Let's check the statistics, shall we? Let me introduce you to the Chouse. Let us check the stats and see. 0.71 expected goals for Spurs, 0.41 for us. 59% possession, actually more shots, 10 to 8, but no big chances created in the entirety of the game. 59% of the ball, 10 shots and 0 big chances created. 1 shot inside the penalty area in the entire 90 minutes at 3-point lane, or what was once called 3-point lane in our minds. Feels quite a long time ago now. You see this? This is what represents my club. Our club, Chelsea fans. Back when we were resolute, had character, leaders, passion, people who would die for the cause, a pattern of play that was clear to see for every fan, and a team that, above all else, as I said, just wanted to do nothing else but win. And don't get me wrong, I sound, a little bit philosophical, so to speak, and we've done some magnificent things with this badge. It's not the badge's fault by any stretch of imagination, but in recent years we've just become an absolute joke, to be fair. And what I describe as a banter era, I know a lot of people wouldn't do, because in that said banter era we've won a Champions League, a Europa League, a Super Cup, an FA Cup, I suppose, as well. I would say from 2017 onwards, that second season under Conte, carried into Sarri's years, into Lampard's years, into Tuchel's years, and now into Potter's years. We are a joke of a football club and have been for a few years now, a hot minute. So if you're coming onto this video thinking you're going to get a rant, or you're going to hear me effing and blinding and swearing at everything, go to a different channel. I'm sure Rory Jennings is probably doing something similar. I'm sure Eunice Talks Football is doing fucking something similar. I mean, you're just not going to get that with me, especially not after today, because I'm numb to this shit now. I really just am. And I mean, you could see it coming. I mean, I say that. I was actually tweeting before the game saying I was quietly confident about today. I actually predicted 2-0 Chelsea. How stupid of me. How naive of me to not understand my own football club. But I guess the one lesson we learned from today's game is hope is not permitted right now for us. And I've learned my lesson. I will not be going into games for the foreseeable future with any ounces of hope. I thought today would be the game that we maybe use to turn a corner with our form, to be honest. I thought, we're playing Spurs. We never do badly against Spurs, and obviously the odd game we do, but 3-point lane for a reason, right? I mean, Frank Lampard, we heard him all say it bright and clear. 3-point lane is what we should be calling this place, and what we do call this place. It's ingrained in our heritage as a club, in our history as a club. Not anymore, it's not, because Spurs completely rolled us over today. It was an easy game for them, to be honest. Really, really easy. We weren't threatening whatsoever. We, as I said by the stats at the start of the video, no big chances created in the whole game, which is an absolute joke, to be honest. And look, we're just going to have to get through it. And on the bright side, I don't think it can get any worse for us, to be fair. 2 wins in our last 14 games. We play Leeds at home next weekend. I'm going to that. So hopefully, for my sake and my sanity, we win that game. But yeah, like I said, 2 wins in our last 14 games. I actually want to double check that, because I think it could easily be 15. I've actually lost count. That's how fucking far it's gone with this record that we're on. I've actually lost count. We've won 1 game in 2023 at home against Crystal Palace, who themselves haven't won a game all year. 0-1, 0-2, 0-3, 0-4, 0-5, 0-6, 1-7. We've won 1 in our last 7 games. 1-8, 1-9, 1-10, 1-11. 2-12, 2-13, 2-14. It actually is 2-15. It actually is fucking 2 games in our last 15 that we've won. One of them was against Bournemouth. Does it even count? The other one was against a team that we scraped a 1-0 win against. Against a team, like I said, in Crystal Palace, who haven't won a game since the turn of the World Cup, I'm pretty sure. This is what I mean, I'm numb to it. At least it feels like 2015-16 when, halfway through the season we were almost just expecting not to win games. It actually feels like that, but to a different level, because I just feel like this one's worse, because at least with 15-16 we had a squad there with Diego Costa, Cesc Fabregas, John Terry, Eden Hazard, Nemanja Matic, Thibaut Courtois, some absolute world beaters in that team. In today's team, yeah, we've got some very good players, but do they care? Are they equipped as a team to win us things? Is Graham Potter equipped as a manager? Is Todd Bowley equipped as an owner? Huge question marks to be asked. You'll know yourselves if you've been subscribed to this channel. I've been a massive, massive backer, I suppose, of Graham Potter. But I'm losing patience, as is every Chelsea fan, if they haven't lost patience already and have done for a number of weeks now. And to be honest, I've gotten to the stage with Graham Potter now. I don't think anything will change my opinion unless we really get sucked into somehow a relegation battle. I give him till the end of the season. I can't see us getting top 4. It's well beyond our reach now. We're not going to get anywhere far in the Champions League. We probably will be knocked out in the second leg to Dortmund. So at this stage, I think we're better off just not rushing into a decision. I think we should just stick with Potter till the end of the season. Just suck it up, to be fair. And to be quite honest, I don't think think there's any manager, if you really rationalise Chelsea fans, because I know a lot of Chelsea fans, probably 95% of Chelsea fans, will just say Graham Potter needs to go tonight, but let's be rational here, right? First of all, the owners will not sack him yet. They've been very vocal in their backing of him and how long they're going to give him. Second of all, is there any managers that's available right now in the world of football that would get this team into the top 4, which is probably what we want to do, to be fair? I can't see it, personally. I really can't see it. I mean, I'll check the table now and see how far off we are. Chelsea, 10th in the league, level on points with Aston Villa, who've won 1 of their last 4 games, lost their last 3 before yesterday's win at Goodison Park. Only ahead of them on goal difference. Chelsea Football Club have a -2 goal difference, ladies and gentlemen, after 24 games. Oh my fucking days. I do not believe what I've just seen. We have now lost more games than we've won. Oh my god. Lads, I'm sorry to say, but if you don't laugh, you'll cry, to be honest. And I've looked at our form here. Not a green box to be fucking seen anywhere, lads. 8 wins, 7 draws, 9 defeats this season from 24 games. As I said, can it get any worse? I'd be surprised, but then again, nothing surprises me with this club right now, I can't lie. But that is staggering. -2 goal difference. 2 wins in our last 15 games, which, you know what, now that actually sinks in, is actually fucking disgraceful. 2 wins in our last 15 games. Is that the worst run I think it's the worst run I've seen since the early 90s, I think I remember. Obviously I wasn't around for them, but I've heard a stat say that I think it is our worst run since the early 90s. Yeah, let's actually talk about the game, to be fair, because I haven't actually done that yet, have I? But yeah, I just think there's absolutely no cutting edge in this team. I think today was a perfect example of that. I mean, 0 big chances created, as I said. We had 59% of the ball, which means we had more of the ball. We had more shots, because, you know, there was a lot of shots that were probably coming from outside the box that were leading to nothing, really. And I just feel like, yes, look, Spurs, they play with a back 5. They were very compact, very organised defensively, and very strong defensively, to be fair, very solid. I think Christian Romero, as much as I hate the fucker, had a very good game today at centre-back. And they were just very hard to break down, and I just think that it always got to a stage, and it has been the case for Chelsea a lot in recent matches, where we do so well to get into the final third, and then we panic and we have no cutting edge. The execution of the final ball is not there. And look, the first goal, Ollie Skip, you know, great strike, but Kebab should be getting a stronger hand on it, and that's why I said in a video, Kebab has had a really good season. He's been very reliable with his hands, in terms of the fact he has the highest save percentage ratio in the Premier League this season since he's come into the team for Edouard Mendy earlier on in the season. He's been very reliable with the ball at his feet, which, like I keep saying, is arguably more important than being better with his hands for an elite level club, or so-called elite level club in Chelsea. But he really should be doing better with that. He doesn't get a strong enough hand on it. The second goal is just pathetic from Chelsea overall. It's just a typical Spurs set piece. I mean, how many times have we seen fucking Spurs score a goal like that, where they win the first ball from the corner, Eric Dyer heads it on, and Harry Kane gets a tap in at the back post? How many times? I've seen it so countless times this season, and it's just horrendous organisation from Chelsea defensively from that. And once that goal goes in, the game's beyond us. And look, I don't understand the lineup whatsoever. I don't understand Ziyech playing. I don't know why Potter still, you know, persists with him even after all the poor games he's had. He offers us absolutely nothing. He's extremely one-dimensional. All he's good at really is that ping over the top. His body language is horrendous. He barely looks like he gives a to be fair. He escaped a red card today, which I think on another day, even though I think it was the right decision, I think on another day another referee probably would have sent him off. I don't get the decision to drop Badiashile. He's been an absolutely brilliant signing for us so far since he's come in. He hasn't put a foot wrong whatsoever, and has been a very important part of why we've been so defensively solid in recent weeks, to be fair. And even though I think Koulibaly had a decent game, and obviously Thiago Silva came off injured, and I think Fofana was probably our best player when he came on, to be fair to him, I still don't understand the decision to, you know, drop Badiashile out of the team. And yeah, to be fair, I just think we've become so easy to play against. I mean, we're an easy 3 points now. You've seen last weekend against Southampton, they've won one in the last 5 or 6 games or something mad like that, and it's against us at Stamford Bridge. They go out and they lose 1-0 to Leeds. I know Leeds had a new manager bounce or whatever, and it's at Elland Road, it's a tough ground, it's a 6-pointer, there's more pressure on them. But in recent years, we have become Charity FC. I mean, how many times, even if you look back on this channel, I can pinpoint a lot of games that I've done videos on where I mentioned the fact that we're Charity FC in them, because if there's teams on a poor run of form, we do seem to be that one that gives them a win. I mean, it's just become an absolute joke, and like I said, we've become a laughing stock. We are the banter club of the top 6 now, and yeah, we're going through our banter era, like I said, and have been for a number of years now, in my opinion. So Chelsea fans, sit tight, put your seatbelt on, get the popcorn, because this is going to be one hell of a fucking ride, and I don't think it's going to get much better, to be fair, anytime soon. I think we'll probably just keep going the way we're going and just stagnating, not going anywhere. If anything, we're going to go downhill. The teams in the bottom half have now caught up with us, like Aston Villa, like I mentioned, to our level on points against us, and if results go their way next weekend and don't go our way, Villa could be ahead of us and we could be in the bottom half of the table for the first time this season, I think. And to be honest, I think we've been absolutely blessed to avoid the bottom half of the table already this season. But yeah, I don't know what else to say, man. I really don't. I mean, this video is probably going to be fucking really long, so I do apologise, but I'm just rambling on in this video, to be fair. There's nothing really else I can do. Like I said, I'm just absolutely numb to this feeling now, and it's gotten to a stage where my mother even said, my brother supports Norwich, right, just for a bit of context. They've won their last 2 games in a row. I said to my mother last night, I said, oh, Jacob will be happy. Norwich won 2 games in a row. Do you know what she said to me? She said, maybe someday you'll have it. And I thought, is that what we've got to? Is that... I'm a literal fucking joke in this household, and I live with a Norwich fan and a fucking Leeds fan. How is this possible? But yeah, before I ramble on even further, I think I'll leave it at that. So yeah, Chelsea fans, let me know in the comments what you think about this current situation. I'm sure a lot of you are going to be, voicing your displeasure to Potter in the comment section below, but the problems are bigger than that, let's be honest. But leave a like on the video if you did enjoy. It will go a long way to curing my depression. Also subscribe to the channel if you are new as well. We're looking to hit 2,000 subscribers on this channel as soon as we possibly can. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. We move on to Leeds next weekend. I will be there. I can't wait to go over, despite the fact we will probably fucking lose the game. But yeah, up at Chelsea. See you later. Chat to you later. Goodbye.